year, race car engines are roaring in Detroit, and fans of the Detroit Grand Prix hope it won't be for the final time. Tonight, we'll examine the future of the race on Belle Isle, this year's CART FedEx Championship Series, and the challenges awaiting the drivers and teams this weekend.
This is Channel 7's Detroit Grand Prix View. Here's Dave Llewellyn.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome to the Detroit Grand Prix View. It's race time again in the Motor City, and over the next 30 minutes, we'll bring you the latest on preparations for the Tenneco Automotive Grand Prix of Detroit. The Champ cars hit the track for the first time this morning. Dario Franchitti, the winner here in 1999, fastest in the two practice sessions. He averaged 112.852 miles per hour for his quick lap. Franchitti was with the group that ran this afternoon. All the qualifying is scheduled for Saturday on Belle Isle. The defending Detroit champion is Helio Castroneves of Team Penske. The 26-year-old Brazilian-born driver also won the Indianapolis 500 last month. His victory on Belle Isle a year ago was his first on the CART FedEx Championship Series, the first of 3 wins on the year. And he's excited to return to Detroit as defending champion.
It's unbelievable. I remember very well this place, especially because it gave me my first victory. Everything started here, and hey, I'll do my best to make sure I repeat it again.
And that thrill of victory, it is real.
It is, I tell you, it's a special place here, special in Detroit. And I remember like it was yesterday, you know, and the crowd went crazy, everybody went really excited. It's a special place.
To have that breakthrough, you know, this is always going to be special. Detroit will always be special to you.
I'll never forget. It's going to be an unforgettable place. That's why I have it in my heart.
And this is where the fence climbing, I mean, the celebration really began.
I've been already checking out, you know, same spot, same place. So let's hope everybody will be there too.
Hey, if it works one time, it can work again.
Hey, that's right. If the team is winning, why change? Let's keep doing it exactly the same.
All right, Indianapolis 500 as well. People tell me that when they win that race, their life can change.
Well, didn't change much for me, but I tell you, it's been great in terms of title. It's been great with the fans, and I'm just trying to make sure I can keep doing that.
You know, you broke with tradition there now by climbing the fence.
You see, everything started here in Detroit, so why not keep doing?
How about being with this team, Jill as a teammate, Team Penske, the storied name in this CART series?
It's just great, you know, it's special. I mean, as you said, it's the Marlboro Team Penske, such a traditional team, and I mean, you guys saw, I mean, just amazing people. Everybody worked really hard. I'm glad to be in this team.
Well, and you have to feel honored to be part of this and to be a contributing member.
No doubt about it. And I'm sure also the team is really glad to have us here. So let's start racing.
So this is an exciting track from the standpoint of close racing, difficult to pass. Strategy here as you go in this year.
The heat is going to be intense as well. So I'm sure it's going to be really exciting. I hope all the fans come over here because it's going to be a great show.
Heat, especially because, hey, you're the guy that everybody wants to catch, too.
I'm sure they want, but I know what to do here.
Helio, best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Now, the man leading the points chase at the moment in the CART Series is Kenny Breck of Team Rahal. He has won the last 2 races, including Milwaukee 2 weeks ago. He was on the circuit in his Shell Ford Lola today, turning a fast lap of 111.074 miles per hour. Breck has a 23-point lead on Castroneves in the race for the series championship. He hopes to continue the momentum and confidence driving him right now.
It's a nice feeling, but I don't think about it that much because obviously, you know, that doesn't help you win the next race. So I'm trying to concentrate how to keep winning and keep doing good results, I should say, because to really do well in this championship, you got to win the few you can win, and because it's so competitive, and the rest of the time you got to take whatever's on the table to take, and that's what it takes to make a championship run.
Breck won the 1999 Indianapolis 500, his final year racing in the IRL. He moved to CART last year and quickly distinguished himself, winning Rookie of the Year honors for Team Rahal. Sometimes when you win, you can make it look easy, but I'm sure that's not the case.
Sometimes you win, it's really easy because you have a good setup or whatever, or you have a good strategy or something like that. And sometimes you can finish third and you drove your butt off all day. And it's just different feelings to these different scenarios. But the main thing is to do the best you can every weekend. And that's a tough task in this series because it's 22 races a year.
The more success you have, the more demands there are on your time and people pulling you in different directions. How do you balance that?
You got to put racing first, and I always do. I put racing first, 100%, and the spare time I have, then yeah, I can do other stuff. And sometime I need to just rest and collect my thoughts and everything, you know. But I try to. I say no a lot, and maybe that's not good for people around me, but that's what I need to do to be able to do my job, drive the race car the best I can.
Music is one of Breck's passions away from the track.
It's something that takes my thoughts off racing completely. You know, I think racing 24 hours a day, and it's good to have something that distracts you a little bit, and the guitar playing definitely distracts me. And it's a lot of fun. I played for a long time. I haven't played in bands and stuff, so I haven't developed a lot, you know, but I still have a lot of fun when playing, and I can't go into a music store without buying a guitar. That's a sad fact, and I got a lot of guitars at home, and
Do you have a favorite?
I can't use them. Well, you know, the last one I have now is a hollow body. It's called a Schecter, and it's a hollow body like old rock and roll guitar, which I like for now. And I have other guitars too that are fun, you know. But yeah, that's is a little bit of a shopping mania when it comes to guitars.
Yeah, Breck will play with the Late Show Band on David Letterman's show following the Detroit race, and he's hoping to start a band with some of his fellow CART drivers. Christian Fittipaldi has a famous racing name, and he's partial to speed, whether it's on the water or the racetrack. You'll meet him just ahead. Don Shane will look at the history of this event, which began on the downtown streets back in 1982 before the move to Belle Isle. And Mary Conway has the story of a local race team that is using its visibility to help find missing children. That's around the next turn as our Detroit Grand Prix View continues on Channel 7. Here are the key events on tomorrow's schedule. Champ Car qualifying will take place in 2 sessions beginning at 1:45 tomorrow afternoon. The second group of cars will hit the track at 2:30. Actress Ashley Judd and Team Cool Green driver Dario Franchitti are engaged to be married. Ashley is here, and she will race in the Celebrity Team Challenge coming up on Sunday. Meantime, Dario, the winner here 2 years ago, will go for the pole on Saturday. He had the fastest time during today's practice sessions. Jimmy Vasser of Patrick Racing was fastest during the morning session. The 1996 CART champion had a quick lap of 110.692, leading the 20 cars in his group. Franchitti turned the fastest overall lap. In the final couple of minutes of the afternoon session, Dario averaged 112.852 miles per hour around the Belle Isle layout. Franchitti's teammate in the Cool Green cars, Paul Tracy, brushed the wall. Tracy is a former winner on Belle Isle. He was 11th fastest overall during the practice session. Alex Zanardi back on the CART circuit. He spun his car today but avoided damage. He won here in 98. Helio Castroneves, 5th fastest in the afternoon. The Team Penske driver and defending champion in Detroit also had a spin into the tires during his run on the track. Rookie Bruno Giancara of Target Chip Ganassi Racing was very competitive in his first look at the track. He was 3rd fastest in the afternoon session, and he's looking forward to the challenge.
It's a very difficult course. I had one out, just my first run, just lose concentration. The track was very dirty, and I take care, really drove slow, and I got new tires and said, now it's time to attack, and the car was good. I ran new tires 1 hour to go and came P1 until the end of session. I'm really happy for that. Any kind of test and practice that you get before qualifying is important. You get used to, you learn every lap, and the track getting better every lap too.
qualifying session now, it's a little bit more difficult because in the street course, when you divide the session, you have 2 sessions. And the first session is always slower than the second session because the circuit gets better as you go along. And now you need to be high on the points in order to be on the second session.
Today's just practice. We want to do well, and you're pushing hard all the time. I mean, we were running hard out there this afternoon. We only ran one new set of tires, and we didn't get the most out of them. So we moved down a bit, but I think we got a good shot. The car feels good. You know, we got Visteon on my car this weekend, which is unusual because we only have one sponsorship from Visteon, but it's their headquarters here. We want to put on a good show for them.
Got the car working really well. This place, as soon as the rubber gets down, gets better and better, and we didn't really have to do much with the car, just wait for the track to come to us. And I'm pretty confident, you know, back on street courses, and we should be good.
And they'll be back out tomorrow. Emerson Fittipaldi was inducted into the Motorsports Hall of Fame last week. Emo was a 2-time winner of the Detroit Grand Prix. His nephew, Christian, is following nicely in his footsteps on the CART circuit. And if you've ever questioned whether these guys are athletes, Fittipaldi proves it without question. He is tremendously fit. He competes in triathlons, which has helped him get comfortable with his famous name in this sport.
I try to use the positive points of my name as best as I can and try to forget the negatives, that there's no doubt that there are a couple of negatives. It's the same problem that Al Jr. has, Michael has, I have. So there's no doubt that sometimes it can help you, but sometimes it can also try to hinder you.
Fittipaldi was 7th fastest during practice today. His average speed, 112.031 miles per hour. His best Detroit finish to date, a 2nd back in 1996. Max Pappas finished 2nd in last year's race. He drives for Kenny Breck for Team Rahal. Pappas would love another podium finish on Sunday. On Thursday, he spent some time with 300 children at the YMCA of Livonia, part of the CART Wheels for Kids program. Pappas takes his racing seriously and the job of safety, and his job in the cockpit of his race car, well, that's his office.
To get in and out of my office, you need to open the door. Just remove the steering wheel, and that's it. Inside, we've got pedals like a normal car, clutch, brake, and throttle. And the next step is the things you use to drive. This is my steering wheel. The dashboard is where I get all my information in this line and this 2 bottom line over here. Overtake button. You must have heard sometimes that in the race, sometimes you go, they tell you, go lean on the fuel. This takes back the full power of the engine for a few seconds, and you use it when you're battling with someone to get the best out of the engine. Page, I use it to change the different information I get here on my dashboard. And fuel, this is a very tricky switch. This is full fuel. I can adjust it to the leanest fuel you have over here. And that means basically, you know, you must have heard sometimes, you know, you do different fuel strategy, you do different kind of racing. And basically, depending on what the team instruct me from the pit, I can have different fuel strategy. This is my office, and I do it every day.
And never an easy day at the office for guys like Max Pappas. There is a chance this year's race could be the last race on Belle Isle. The race promoter speaks to the issue just ahead, and we'll look back at the history of the Detroit Grand Prix in the Motor City. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the Detroit Grand Prix View. I'm Don Shane. This is the 20th anniversary of the Detroit Grand Prix. It began back in 1982 with Formula One racing. Brazilian Ayrton Senna won the last 3 races on the downtown circuit before F1 left the Motor City for good, and the champ cars took over. In 1989, another Brazilian won, Emerson Fittipaldi, driving for Pat Patrick. Fittipaldi was in last place after the race's second lap, but he shook off 2 collisions with Mario Andretti and went on to win. In 1990, Michael Andretti won the pole position and then the race. Andretti led all 62 laps on the 2.5-mile downtown course in a record average speed of 84.9 miles an hour. Emerson Fittipaldi won the Detroit Grand Prix for the second time in 3 years in 1991. which was the final race in downtown Detroit. 50,000 fans attended the inaugural Detroit Grand Prix on Belle Isle in 1992, and they saw veteran Bobby Rahal make a move for the lead that race fans will never forget. On lap 57 of 77, Rahal, who finished second the previous 2 years in Detroit, went from third place to the front when he passed Paul Tracy and Michael Andretti in the casino area of the raceway and hung on for the victory. In 1993, Gal's racing teammates Al Unser Jr. and Danny Sullivan battled much of the day for the lead. And on lap 69, Jr. tried to overtake Sullivan from the inside, but couldn't. And he hit 3 barrier cones in turn 7. He was given a stop-and-go penalty that cost him a chance at challenging for the victory. Sullivan won the race, his first in 3 years. A record crowd of more than 62,000 fans attended the 1994 race, and they witnessed teammates battling once again. This time it was the Penske boys. Al Unser Jr. was going for his 4th consecutive win of the year. On a restart on lap 54, with Unser leading and 3 lapped cars ahead of him, Paul Tracy tried to make a move. He hit Unser, sending him into the turn 8 barrier. His other Penske teammate, Emerson Fittipaldi, finished second. Robbie Gordon won the Detroit Grand Prix in 1995 for his Walker Racing team. He led 43 laps, including the final 35, and beat Jimmy Vasser to the finish by less than half a second. Scott Pruitt was third, Michael Andretti fourth, and Al Unser Jr. fifth, making it an all-American sweep of the top 5. In 1996, drivers and their teams had to deal with wet and dry conditions. During a restart on lap 66, Michael Andretti saw his young Newman Haas teammate Christian Fittipaldi make a mistake and drift wide left going into turn 4. Andretti took advantage, dived inside, and took the lead for good to win his 2nd Detroit Grand Prix. In 1997, the Pac West team took a big gamble when drivers Mauricio Guzzelman and Mark Blundell, who were running 1-2, tried to complete the 77-lap race with just 1 pit stop. Both drivers ran out of fuel on the final lap, and Canadian Greg Moore was first across the finish line. Alex Zanardi, driving for Chip Ganassi's Target team, became the first Motor City winner to average more than 100 miles an hour around the raceway on Belle Isle. It happened in 1998. The Italian went on to win this series championship. Team Cool Green had a 1-2 finish in 1999. Scotsman Dario Franchitti earned his 2nd victory in the previous 3 races by leading the final 13 laps, including the last 6 under caution. Teammate Paul Tracy finished 2nd. The defending champion, as you know, is Helio Castroneves. The field is wide open for this year's 20th running of the Detroit Grand Prix. This year's winner just may be the event's final champion. Troy-based Championship Auto Racing teams and Race Promoter International Management Group are in the final year of a multi-year contract that concludes with Sunday's race. Officials from both organizations say negotiations are ongoing, but the event's future looks bleak. For the Detroit Grand Prix View, I'm Don Shane.
Don, thank you very much. Now, IMG is concerned about the costs associated with running this race in downtown Detroit and on Belle Isle. The infrastructure definitely needs some improvement to make the race teams happy and also to make the event more fan-friendly. At this point, another race next year is far from a certainty.
Because the landscape continues to change, for CART particularly, in terms of their races and where they're going and what they're doing. And what has happened over the past few years is the amount of money that a promoter must pay as a sanction fee is totally gotten out of balance with what a promoter can afford.
It's important for Detroit to have a race here. But on the other hand, I'm all for us expanding out and going to new venues. This has been a good race for CART. The promotion has been good. The crowds have been good. So I don't see a problem for the race staying, but you know, I'd like to see some new bigger venues come on the circuit. And you know, and frankly, we have a lot of races around the Michigan and Ohio area. The market is pretty saturated with races, so maybe a couple of those races need to go. We need to branch out in new areas.
This is an important market. It is the automobile capital of the world and all that, and so it is nice to have a race here. Is the Belle Isle track the one for it? That I'm not sure.
I'm optimistic simply because I don't know what our answer is going to be, and so there's no reason for me not to be optimistic. We're obviously talking to other organizations, too, other than CART, because that would be negligent if we didn't do that.
It's a busy race schedule for Sunday. It begins with the Celebrity Team Challenge race at 10:45 Sunday morning. The Champ Cars take the green flag at 2 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. Everyone that races this weekend wants to win, but you can't help root for the Don Sack Motorsports team in the Trans Am race. As Mary Conway reports, they're using their cars as billboards to help kids and families.
This Camaro is one of the cars that will be racing this weekend in the Trans Am Series. One of the most important finishing touches the crew put on it before race time is this picture of Tori Wallinger, a 7-year-old who is missing from Sheboygan. Team owner and driver Don Sack is joining with the Missing Children Help Center to try and locate lost loved ones.
It struck me that if I lost one of my grandchildren, I would be devastated. And so I just decided that this was a good program to get involved in.
Don learned of the effort to use racing to try to help find missing children from crew member Marty Gray.
It was just an idea that I had, and I was in the position to help someone that needed the exposure, and so we did it. And it was such a great deal that it basically changed my whole life.
Don and his son Bobby will also be driving in the Speed Vision GT race, and they'll be featuring these missing children. And they intend to feature a different child during each race from here on out. More than 150,000 people are expected on Belle Isle this weekend. Plus, they still have 7 more races this season in other parts of the country. The whole family is hoping the additional exposure will help.
We're going to be putting additional graphics on our transporter, and other than being on television and getting that exposure, the transporter driving down the highway will get a lot more exposure than just on the hood of my race car.
It would make us so happy if their image being on one of their cars could bring one of these kids home.
And I'll second that. Channel 7 will have the race Sunday at 2 o'clock right here. Thanks for watching tonight. Good night.